Finally.
Gene interviews.
Allow me.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan is doing a promo with Mean Gene. I knew it was coming.
This is the point. If you're watching this show, after we review it, get a couple of beers.
Yes.
And every time he says brother, take a drink.
Oh, I didn't recap it all.
Okay, that's fine.
Hogan starts telling this wacky story. There's all these spring break nurses taking care of Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart is not there because spring break nurses in bikinis are giving him a massage.
What?
Where are these nurses?
He says if Sid had
South
the
Powder
guts
Island.
to come out here tonight, I'd show him exactly what I'd do in front of all these people.
Look up where that is.
Every time I face him, he says, Sid turns tail, he runs to the woods. The woods?
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Baseball diamond, whatever.
Hogan says, I'm going to stay out here all night if I need to. No more matches. I'm going to beat Sid's ass all night long. Fans are chanting for Hulk Hogan. So you can see in the background, there's a building and there's a spotlight, like a tiny little light on the building.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for what I know is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't come yet.
No.
Hogan says, my father once told me, the greater the gladiator, the more enemies he has.
He did say that.
Yeah.
That's a lesson his dad taught him.
Don't I know? The bounty is on my head, he said. I had to put Dustin into his baby bed last week. I've got to expect the unexpected. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Gene says, tell me about this Vampiro. Hogan says, Vamp is the wrestler of the future. If anybody messes with Vampiro, brother, I'll be there right there by his side, dude. Gene keeps asking fucking questions. I'm like, come on, let's get to it already. Okay, apparently there was a timing issue.
I'll say.
There was a timing issue, and it took a while for what was about to happen to get into place.
Well, Wall had to scale that building.
Don't spoil it, Craig.
Sorry.
So Gene keeps asking questions. Hulk says, Vamp's momentum, it reminds me of when Hulkamania got started. Now he's sick of talking about Vamp, and he goes, but I'm here tonight for one thing, brother. I want Sid. So finally, you start hearing this thump, 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 thump. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? What's that noise? And they are in a ring. Mm-hmm. And I'm not making this up. And when I wrote about it in Death of WCW, I did not properly give this the credit it deserved.
No.
I wrote that the hotel was a mile away. I think it was 5 miles away. This fucking hotel is so fucking far away. You can barely see the hotel. So, standing on top of the hotel, and I hate to do this, everybody. It's video. People hate this, but I got to do it on video. Standing on top of the hotel is the wall. The wall is standing there. And first, I'm going to do what the Big Show would do, okay? If it was the Big Show would stand there and he would slowly go, and raise his hand up in the air, okay? The wall is standing there and he's motionless. And all of a sudden he goes, and he thrusts his hand in the air with such speed that it's like, the only thing that I can figure is they missed their cue and they couldn't get him up there fast enough. And we're just fucking wasting time. And finally they put him on the building and he's standing there and they realize the camera's been on for 3 seconds. They're like, Wall, put your fucking hand up. So he goes, ah! And he throws his hand up in the air as fast as he can. Hulk Hogan, who, by the way, wears glasses.
Yes.
He has bad vision.
Oh, does he now?
Hulk Hogan from fucking 2 miles away, and the dude is 15 fucking stories up, they tell us.
That's right.
He says, and I quote, that's the wall, brother. Hey, Wall, if you want some, he's yelling at him. Like the wall can hear him.
Sure.
From fucking 5 miles away and 15 stories up. That's the wall up there, brother. It is the best. It is the best. It's so campy. It's straight out of the 80s. It's Hulk Hogan doing the brother and the Jack. Gene Okerlund's interviewing him. There's a big fucking lunkhead, a big stiff that's going to be his opponent. He's fucking on top of a building 5 miles away, and Hulk can just see him there. And he cuts a promo on him. This was worth the 5 years we've been watching this bullshit show. This segment right here.
Hulk Hogan couldn't have seen him with a sniper rifle.
No,
scope.
you could add a fucking telescope. He couldn't have seen the wall.
It's hard to express how far. They did a shot that was a close up of the wall and then panned out to show like all of.
Yeah,
No, yeah, later there's a shot from the ring where you can see Hulk and the building.
Yeah.
And it's like...
There's a pixel.
Dude.
A single solitary white pixel. That's the wall.
He may as well have been on the fucking moon.
I wrote those exact words.
He may as well have been on the moon.
In fact, they would have been more realistic. Because at least, I don't know.
And then, if it couldn't be campy
And he's
enough,
shouting at him.
if it couldn't be goofy enough, Hogan is screaming at the wall from the ring. Keep in mind how windy it is. Like, you ever try to yell at somebody in a windy day?
Yes.
Okay, he's yelling at the fucking wall, and then for fucking no reason, he says, "I'll offer up $1 million for the wall." You're gonna offer up $1 million to face the wall?
Somewhere in this promo,
No, he made this up. Because they're trying to explain away this throughout the rest of the show, and nobody can figure out this $1 million.
well, somewhere he explained that Sid had put a $500,000 bounty on him.
Right, and he put up another 5.
He would add $500,000 of his own, so that's where he gets the $1 million.
He's putting money into his own bounty?
I guess.
What?
I don't know. But see, the $1 million part makes sense. Just what you have to do to get it does not. Or what's at stake. So when this actually happened, I actually remembered this. Because,
No shit.
because
It's unforgettable.
specifically,
Vince McMahon couldn't forget this.
I remember your write-up in Figure 4 Weekly because I somehow missed it, and I read this write-up, and I thought, I've got to see this. Now, I need to explain. This was 2000. There was no YouTube. There was a WCW.com, but you good luck getting video on that thing. So I had to call all my friends to see if anyone had taped the show, and then go borrow their tape to watch it. It was worth it.
It sure was.
It's the Wall brother. Hey, Wall.
And his voice is going.
Hey, you don't say.
His voice
We
is
gotta
cracking.
shout so loud to get his voice up to the moon. An all-time,
All-time classic.
once in a lifetime shot.
All-time classic. This
could've-
was way better than the Yappa Pie Strap
Oh,
Match
so
promo.
much better. So much better. Nobody tried to replicate this. You will
No.
come so
No,
why
short.
would you?
No.
You couldn't imitate this in 1,000 years. No. It's the Wall brother. Hey, Wall. That's the Wall brother.